Hi, it's Ash. Welcome to my growing YouTube community. If you've just done a trail run and you need a good stretching practice, this is the perfect practice for you. As a trail runner myself, I know how trail running can beat up your body, particularly the hip flexors, the glute area, the quads and the calf muscles. So we're going to work into those areas today. We're going to start on your mat. I'm going to come to the top of your mat, and then what we're going to do is slide in the right foot back, keeping the foot in at the same width as what the hips are, and we're going to keep the head in the middle of where the pelvis is. I'm going to bend this left knee, and we're going to push that right heel towards the back of the mat, and we're going to relax the shoulders. So the heels, the hips facing forwards, but the heels up, and we're sinking the hips down. Already we should be starting to feel that in that hip flexor area at the top of the right thigh. And then we're going to bring the left hand to the left hip. I'm going to bring the right hand up, reach in that little bit further. That's going to stretch and expand the skin and the connective tissue. You should feel that stretch. If this is good for you, hold it here. If you feel like you've got a little bit more, and that doesn't mean it's a challenge, it's not a test for your central nervous system, you can bring your head over towards the left side and reach the right hand over towards the left side too. Think about pushing that right heel down towards the floor. It shouldn't really connect to the floor unless you've got an incredibly stretchy, flexible calf area. And then again, so letting the hips sink down, reaching over, and just get a really gentle little pulse with that front knee. So making it nice and dynamic, and you can just feel that extra little bit of a stretch in the hip flexor area, and then releasing, a little bit of a stretch and then releasing. Really important that you don't judge your body against what I'm doing, so make sure the shape works for your body. If it needs to be higher up, if your feet need to be closer, let's do that. And always listening to your body, so don't go too intensely, don't go anything past the 7 out of 10. We want to retrain your central nervous system to create that flexibility, to create that suppleness. And if you're creating warning signals and tension, then all that's going to happen is your central nervous system is going to respond by going, bracing and not being happy with what you're doing to it. Okay, and a really slow little pulse. Continues. We're going to start to bring that hand down, and then we're going to step that right foot up, to meet the front foot, have a little bit of a wiggle, feel that work that we've just done on that side. We're going to slide that left foot back, again in line with where the hips would be. So the hips are facing forward, the back heel starts to push towards that back of the mat, and then bending that front knee, right hand to the right hip, let the hips sink down but lift the head and chest. Then start to reach that left hand up towards the sky. If this is good and you can feel a really good stretch, heads over the pelvis, let's stay here. If you've got more, again, that's not a challenge, but if you feel like you could go more, you've got space to work within that, and you don't get here and you go, let's just go here, breathe, and then get a really gentle pulse with this. So as you push the knee forward, think about pushing the heel back, then just release it a little bit, knee bends down, heel pushes in, and you're just getting that really nice, slow, dynamic, stretchy pulse in movement. So I love dynamic stretching because it retrains the central nervous system. As I've mentioned, if you're using the breath to relax, if you're releasing the tension that you might find in the jaw and the shoulders as you do it, so in and out through the nose, let the exhales be longer. You can retrain your central nervous system, so the perception, so your network of nerves in your body that's connected to your brain, sending signals back, can go, actually we're okay here, nothing snaps, nothing's too intense. So you use the breath and the movement and the massage to help retrain your central nervous system, which will improve your flexibility, create more suppleness in the body. Okay, bring the left hand down and step that foot up, have a little bit of a wiggle and feel that work. Okay, we're going to take a nice big stretchy inhale and circle those arms out nice and high. As we exhale, we're going to send your hips back and come all the way down to the floor. So it's just a nice bit of a stretchy way to come down to the floor. And then bring the hands down, bend the knees, and then step the feet backwards. And then from here, we're into all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Have a little bit of, again, I love saying it, but a little bit of a wiggle. Wiggle through all the joints, get comfortable. And then step the right foot back to the back of the mat. Now tuck the toes under and then push the heel towards the back of the mat. Push strongly into the floor like you've just finished a press up. Squeeze your abs a little bit and then get a really slow little pulse through that heel again. You're just pressing and pulsing, stretching the calf area again. So the calves take a battering when we're trail running because of that constant undulation, the unevenness of the surface. Make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders so you can get a good push. And if you're not getting much in the calf, you can just tuck the toe under that a little bit further and just get that good pulse in. And again, I'm really slow. It's almost imperceptible with that movement, but I'm massaging with the movement. Can keep breathing. It's all about creating suppleness. It's all about helping body relax. You can use the breath to do that with those longer exhales. Don't hold the breath at any point, because holding the breath it's a tension. It's a warning sign to the body. So the body responds with a brace. Change. So just bring that leg in. But just pause a moment before we do that. Just notice that stretching sensation. Notice the left and the right calves. Notice how they differ. And I'm going to step that left foot back. Push the heel towards the back of the mat. Make sure again it's the right amount of stretch that you can feel. Push into the floor. And then get that really nice, slow, massaging pulse with that. Again, that good, stretchy feeling back of the calf muscle, maybe into the Achilles tendon. And then we're creating that nice, again, that massaging effect that creates the suppleness, it creates the fluid in those areas, resets the signals. And also, it just makes you feel good. It's just like, we don't want to be pushing, again, too intensely. It's not aggression. It's kindness. It's like, I want to massage into it. Okay, we're nearly there. Keep breathing. Keep pushing head and shoulders away from the mat. And then bring that left knee in. Have, again, a little adjustment, a little bit of a wiggle. How does that feel? And then we're going to come onto your bum now. And here, what we're going to do is get comfortable onto your bum, so get comfortable onto your glutes. And then we're going to go legs out in front with the hands behind the back. So we're going to work into the glutes now. So we're going to bring that right foot up and take the right foot across the body to the left side of the mat. If that feels difficult, just take your head further away from this knee here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hug this right knee in towards the left armpit. So I'm going to get up nice and tall. I'm going to hug around that knee, and then I'm going to twist and look over that right shoulder. I'm pushing my belly button and my chest towards this right knee and right thigh, but I'm really trying to hug that right knee into my left armpit as close as I can. Not really aggressive and unkind. And then we're just getting and twist and looking over that right shoulder, and then just getting a really nice little slow pulsing massage, because I don't want you to just take it to the end of it and then pull it and just hold it there and be like, you're staying there, you're going to stay there. I want to just get a nice little, really gentle little pulse with it. And you should be feeling that again in that maybe piriformis glute medius area, just on the outside of that hip and bum area. Keep breathing, relaxing the body and the mind as you just gently pulse with it. So it's really easy to create a bit of tension in the shoulders and the jaw here with this, because we've got a little bit of a pulse and a pull. So just keep relaxing the shoulders and under the elbows. And getting a nice twist into the upper back, which helps. It's like, imagine twisting a wet sponge. Twist all that stress out, that middle back area. Use that right hand to twist that a little bit further around. Okay, and then slowly release that pulse. And then with this right leg now, we're going to take it back here to the starting point when we first pulled it up. We're going to walk the hands further backwards, and then we're going to lean over into that left hip, and we're going to work into the right quads and the hip flexors again. So we're going to pull that right foot, and the closer we pull the right heel to the hip, the more intense it will be in that thigh. So if you need a little bit more space, let's do that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to try and sit into that right hip a little bit more now, and walk the hands backwards. And if you can, get the laces towards the mat like this, and then you're going to walk backwards to wherever your stretching point starts to feel like you're stretching that hip flexor and thigh, that quad area. Okay, if you could come to your elbows again, you could do, and keep with shoulders relaxed, keep breathing. Always stay a little bit active with the abdominal area, so a little bit of activity in the abdominal area and the lower back to be braced almost, just to create protection. Keep breathing. Should feel like a really good stretch. And I'm just going to move into, so if you was on your hands, you could move into your left hand, into your right hand, or into the right elbow, into the left elbow here. So I'm just going to, again, play about with that movement as a massage, and breathe, smile. So smiling helps change your mood, helps everything feel a little bit more lighter mentally. Okay, and then slowly starting to walk the hands back up towards the hips, sit into the left hip and release that right leg around, and just feel all of that work that we've just done. Notice how that feels completely different to the other side. Okay, and then we're going to bring the left foot up towards the right knee, take the left foot across the right side of the body, and then getting nice and tall through the belly button, through the chest, pushing it towards the thigh, hug round the left knee with that right arm. Twist and look over that left shoulder, use the left hand to push round a little bit more to twist in, and hug that that left knee in towards the right armpit, and get that really nice little slow pulse with this. So again, nice gentle pulse and release, pulse and release. Twisting that stress out of the middle back area, keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the jaw relaxed, breathe. So if you're enjoying this practice, after you've finished it, as you carry on doing this, as I'm looking towards the camera, sorry, after you've finished it, just give us a thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds. Maybe comment and just say thanks for the video. If you're not sure what to put, just simply put thanks for the video. Let me know maybe how it went, how it felt for you, where you're at in your running journey. Just connect with me, just comment and let me know. It's really nice to see the humans that are getting benefit from my video, that are being part of my YouTube community. If you're not subscribed, do, and if you haven't shared any videos with running friends, please do share a video. These are all really good ways for my channel to reach other runners and help the community grow bigger. It's a free community. I post all this content for free, so it doesn't cost you anything, and it's ways of how I can grow my channel and continue to reach new runners that need to look after their body, or are looking for stretching practice but not sure what to do and how to do it. Okay, and then we're going to twist and look back to the front, and then from here we're just going to take that left leg off, have a little wiggle, sit into the right hip, bring that left foot again just towards the left hip. The closer it comes towards the left hip, the more intense it will be. Try and get the laces down if you can. If not, just place that in foot and then sit back into that left hip area. Again, if this is good for you, stay here. If you feel like you could go further back, you can go further back. Pull the shoulders back maybe. Always a wiggle, so I felt my foot was not in a good position. I'm going to comfortable, I'm going to move it and wiggle. And then maybe, if you could go the elbows down. Don't let this left knee lift up off the floor. It's a really good indication you've gone too far. You're just pushing your body too far than it wants to go. And then I'm going to go into the left elbow, into the right elbow. So if you're on the hands, you go left hand, right hand. So yeah, YouTube will put my videos out to more runners if it sees that they're getting engagement. So if you're giving it a like and a comment and you're sharing these videos, YouTube will then start to put them out to more runners. The message of looking after your body to run better will get out to more runners. The community will grow and I will continue to post free content for you. So it's a win-win, it's a good deal. Okay, and then as we're getting that last little bit of massage, we're going to come up onto the hands if you're not already, and then stretch that leg out nice and long. Have a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a bounce. So that was a really good stretch. Your body should feel better after that. We've really worked into those tissues. We've really worked into those areas that take a good beating from trail running. We've stretched every area out there that's going to have maybe felt quite beat up and needs that good squishing to feel good. So I hope you've got the benefit. Again, just a like and a comment would be amazing. I do appreciate that. Thank you for following along with me. Thank you for being part of my YouTube community, and I shall speak to you in the next video.